Alright, so Tesla stock is crashing again today, trying to do a top sign just under a key resistance area. This is quite dangerous, especially because the trend is bearish and the broad market is still very nervous about the bank crisis. If Tesla does not react as soon as possible, we might see another collapse to much lower levels, which we will talk about later in this video. However, there is still a chance that Tesla could reverse this bearish sentiment. Yes, it simply won't be easy. By the end of this video, you will learn in detail the key points you should watch from here in order to prepare yourself for whatever happens next. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, so let's start our analysis looking at the 1 hour chart in the short term. Short term wise, Tesla did an upwards breakout from this descending channel. What's more, it did this breakout and at the same time we see a breakaway gap over here. This little gap area, this blue square over here is a breakaway gap because Tesla did this gap breaking the 21 exponential moving average line over here, which was working as a resistance level on Tesla 2 days ago. We did a breakaway gap over here. Right now, the problem with the bullish thesis over here in the short term is that Tesla is now losing the 21 EMA and we are about to fill this gap over here. So maybe this is not gonna be a breakaway gap anymore, meaning the bullish bias over here will get weaker. This gap wasn't filled yet. It feels like it was, but it wasn't. So, okay, if we fill this gap over here, then the bullish thesis will lose strength in the short term. Midterm speaking, in the daily chart, Tesla is doing a top sign over here already. Why am I saying already? Because we failed in retesting the next resistance area at 187. The 187 is a previous support level over here. It is the neckline of this head and shoulders chart pattern, which we are going to talk about later, and it is at the 21 exponential moving average area as well in the daily chart. So we are talking about a dual resistance area over here around 187. We failed in retesting this area over here. So we are already doing a top sign. And what's more, we are trying to reject yesterday's candle. If we close below yesterday's low, we are gonna completely reject any bullish thesis in the midterm on Tesla, indicating that yes, Tesla will just resume the bear trend and seek lower levels. All right, so this is the main problem on Tesla right now. We are losing momentum, and maybe it is because the indices are helping with this bearish thesis. The broad market seems to be very nervous about the bank crisis. We are crashing. The volatility increased a lot over here. We see VIX spiking nearly 20% today after dropping 10% yesterday, after going up 7% the day before. So the volatility is very, very intense right now. And the S&P is already in a bear trend. We are doing lower highs, lower lows. We lost the previous support level over here. Right now, this key point seems to be working as a resistance level. Tech stocks are a little bit more resilient at the moment. We are just at the 21 exponential moving average again, which is totally flat right now, by the way. So tech stocks seems to be surprisingly resilient at the moment. And maybe Tesla is going to follow this sentiment over here of resilience. What is the problem? The problem is that we are rejecting yesterday's bullish candlestick. If we actually reject this candlestick over here, if we actually fill this gap in the 1 hour chart, if we actually lose this 21 EMA in the 1 hour chart, like it seems we are trying to do, then I believe Tesla is going to resume the bearish bias over here and seek lower levels. The 50% Fibonacci's retracement over here seems to be our next support level. However, in my humble experience, every single time we drop to the first retracement over here, the 38.2%, every time we hit the first retracement and bounce again, just to ignore it afterwards, Usually we drop to the 61.8% Fibonacci's retracement. However, there is still a key point at the 50% because the 50% Fibonacci's retracement is the technical target of this head and shoulders chart pattern. If we project the height from the head to the neckline over here and project it in the direction of the breakout of this neckline, we'll see the 50% Fibonacci's area over here as the next support level. So we have two very important support levels, the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci's retracement. And of course, I already talked about this target over here on my newsletter. Therefore, it is very important for you guys to subscribe to my newsletters in order to keep in touch with premium analysis every day on Tesla, SPY, Nvidia, other stocks. Take a look at my website, link in the description of this video. Now, the 61.8% is, in my humble opinion, the most critical one because it is not only the last retracement, but it is at the same time this gap area over here, the earnings gap from January 26. So this is a very, very important, very symbolic support level. If we lose 61.8%, then I don't know, maybe we're gonna crash to the $100 again next. That's quite this is quite plausible, to be honest, if the market keeps dropping like this. Therefore, it is in order to avoid such bearish scenario, it is very important to see Tesla reacting as soon as possible, preferably this week. It is a quite hard word to pronounce for me. Preferably this week, because if we do react over here, closing above the 187, the 186, Tesla might trigger a piercing line candlestick pattern just above its retracements over here in the weekly chart. Therefore, it is going to be very, very important to see a bullish reaction over here. It would be just amazing. What's the problem? So far, there is no bullish reaction. As far as I know, Tesla is just bouncing right now, and we are trying to trigger a top sign in order to correct to lower levels. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single day. So if you are still not my subscriber, come on, subscribe to this channel, click on the like button to support me, to keep in touch with my daily insights here on Tesla, NIO, Nvidia, the S&P, many other stocks. I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single day. So subscribe. I really appreciate your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.